Hey Virgo, welcome to a reading for you guys for October. Welcome if you are a Sun Virgo, Moon Virgo, Rising Virgo, want to watch for another Virgo, just want to check out a Virgo reading, want to be here at all. You are welcome to be here. This is just a little way for us to connect with spirit, give you guys some guidance, insight, comfort, play with listening to universal intelligence and guidance. So I'm going to get some oracle cards here, and then we'll do a Celtic cross to see what's coming for you guys. I have some beautiful new decks that I stole from my brother while he's out of town for the month. I love to say that again and again and again, just in case he's still watching. So really excited to go through these with you. A lot of them I haven't seen before. So they're really fun to play with. Virgo, what do you guys have going on for October? Thanks so much for being here. Trust the niggle. Okay, I've definitely not seen this card before. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? So I love that, Virgo, you might be in a place where you're not feeling very connected right now, or maybe like very, very focused on work or very focused on a project that has you kind of like head down and not heart open, crown chakra open. But this is really saying like it's time to look inside and that you are going to find a lot of comfort in connection. Connection to your inner source, right? That's where the color is coming from in this card, is her like head down, focused in. And I've actually been reading from this book just so you guys get as much transmission as possible from this deck. It's really beautiful. It's called Work Your Light Oracle Cards. They've been gorgeous. They are gorgeous. Let's see, Trust the Niggle, 52 here. So it's been beautiful. It's been really fun to kind of get my own intuitive hits from these cards and then also kind of hear a little bit more about what they are trying to say for you guys. So Virgo, that niggling feeling, that annoying niggling feeling, that inconvenient, annoying niggling feeling. Wow. Try as you might, it's there and it ain't going anywhere. Most people spend years ignoring their niggling feelings, throwing their best droplets of stubbornness, ego, post-rationalization to numb them out. It's exhausting, and until you face the niggle, life just throws you more bait to awaken it, to draw your attention to the light within you that is bursting to come out. The niggle is an arrow pointing to what is standing in your way, the relationship, the conversation, the decision, the shift that needs to be made, the stone in your shoe. Often we feel the niggling feeling in our body first. Many people think that intuition is something from the higher realms, but in fact, it is the body that is the intuitive one, working through our senses to deliver vibrational information. It takes just a moment every day to scan your body to receive the intuitive intelligence and act on it quickly. You're being called to face the niggle right now. If you don't face it, the universe will throw something much bigger and more obvious in your path, and then you will likely regret that you didn't answer the niggle in the first place. I know it's scary, but you are safe. Answer the niggle now. So Virgo, this is likely confirmation for you if this is a reading that you align with. And again, take what aligns, leave what doesn't. That there is something in the back of your mind, in the back of your heart that you've been maybe hearing and just not acting on. Go ahead and settle into the body and listen. She's really holding herself. Give yourself a lot of love and compassion as you sit with this process. And we'll go ahead and pull in a few more oracle cards. And so often the reading comes back to these overall messages. We'll see how that links into the reading for you guys for the month. This is a really fun mushroom deck. Scarlet Elf Cup. Vibrant, cheerful enchantment. Okay, Virgo, what's coming immediately is just like this need for delight and play and excitement. You guys, Virgo specifically as a group of folks and as an energy is so exceptionally focused. You guys have exceptionally high standards. You like things done a certain way. It's usually in service to others, which makes you prone to sort of like that righteous anger or like that righteous indignation of like doing things to a very high standard for performing for others in service of others. So this, I'm not surprised to see that this is going to be helpful for you guys this month, really having an open heart to whatever delight comes your way. If you see a butterfly, if you see a moth, take a second to really like be delighted by it. Have your own self-expression this month that really lights up the world around you, but first and foremost, yourself. I once had this opportunity like years ago when I was a kid. Something made me laugh so hard in a way that I never had before, and it felt so good. Like I just had never laughed like that before. And I was like, this is worth doing any and every time I possibly have the opportunity to laugh. And since then, if I am prompted or if something is funny, I often take the time to just lean in to how amazing a really good laugh can feel. And that's the feeling that I'm getting for this card from you, the Scarlet Elf Cup. Like, what a delightful card. What a delightful energy. Lean into whatever brings you joy, and find any of those access points, like a good laugh this month, and then like double down on the return for that, Virgo. And I feel like that's going to go a really long way for you guys. Lastly, what crystal do we have for you? Chrysocolla. This is a crystal deck. Okay, and there's a snake here, and there's also a snake here on this crystal card. Excuse me, the mushroom card. So deep transformation and like really deep messages from old memory, old remembering is really possible for you this month. And what do you need? Again, this is like doubling down on trust the niggle process here, right? It's like, I feel like there's a message that's already been trying to come through for you, Virgo, something that you just haven't been aware of or maybe listening to. Let's go ahead and just read this just in case there's anything here that would be helpful for you guys this month. Chrysocolla, I don't know this crystal very well at all. Without water, chrysocolla is simply oxidized copper and silica. But add water, the element both flow and emotion, and voila, magic happens. Water is magical. If you doubt it, imagine our planet without it. With a little H2O, not only does that copper and silica become rather remarkable, it becomes the stone that the Egyptian queen Cleopatra never left home without. Chrysocolla knows that at any moment we're all just a few water droplets away from complete transformation, that each of us can become a person who adds color, dimension to our world. What was I just saying? What do you need to bring into your life or your psyche, Chrysocolla asks, to allow you to shift and glow? Because if Chrysocolla is appearing, it is time. This is really beautiful, Virgo. This is like you are really on the verge of something, of opening, of becoming, of really stepping into something beautiful and that feels very like self-fulfilling. This feels like just kind of the tipping point in terms of a message for you guys of something that you've been working on or bringing to the surface or wanting to express. And that could be in any area of life, right? Relationship, work, professional, just maybe a breakthrough personally for emotional growth, or talking about where you want to live, whatever it is for you. There's something here that has clearly been in the back of your mind, that the cards already are telling you, like, dive in, dive into your deepest, biggest expression of self this October, and let it be through fun. Pick your head up from the work that you're doing or the focus that you have, and really be present and available to any messages coming through this month or any ways coming through this month that allow you to be fun, that allow you to have more joy in your life and kind of point you in that right direction. Listen to what your body is telling you. This is the animal deck, and I will tell you right now, I am delighted by it so much. So we will be learning it together. A lot of the images I haven't seen yet. So Virgo, what is sort of your central energy this month? Oh, the Nine of Pentacles, gorgeous. Okay, fascinating. I'm really curious to see what's crossing this right away for the initial message here. The Knight of Swords. Okay, fascinating. So as your central theme here, the Knight of Pentacles is Nine of Pentacles is a card about self-sustaining affluence, self-sustaining wealth. You don't need nobody else to be just fine, is what the Nine of Pentacles says. It's often a card that if you are like thinking about a relationship or a breakup or what kind of direction you should go in, the Nine of Pentacles is like, you are fine just on your own. You are materialistically, financially, solvent by yourself. This is something that you've worked really hard for. But look at how the kitty here is placed. She is very much in her own world. It's very much a card of standing alone and being fine on your own, being fine independent. That doesn't always necessarily mean that that's the best thing for you. So that's why I was really curious about this secondary card. And the secondary card crossing you this month is all about communication. It is about you might have a lot to say this month, Virgo, and because you are oftentimes so amazingly good at communication from a very grounded, practical place, I want to caution you this month that as you are communicating, as you are receiving communications, make sure that your heart is aligned with your words and your actions this month, because the Knight of Swords is very powerful character. They are full of ideas. They want to execute ideas. They want to talk to people about ideas. They want to read things. They want to digest information. They want to come in and talk all about it. It's a very fast, furious, masculine energy that just comes in and wants to sort of like cut through any bullshit. And sometimes that can be cutting. It can be cutting to other people. So let's see what you have going on here. But this is going to be a month about like really proactively doubling down on the work that you have done, Virgo, to become this source of wealth, this source of stability for yourself and for other people. And how are you disseminating that energy? How are you communicating either like how to do that for others or with others? Or let's see what else is going on in your reading. So far, it's really beautiful, but you're like, yeah, obviously, like I got this. That's what the reading is saying so far. What are you focused on manifesting this month, Virgo? Okay, perfect. So 5 of Swords in reverse says that there maybe has been some conflict that you're already aware of. There are ways that conversations haven't been going well. Maybe this is conflict in your relationship at home, with kids, with family, with your partner, at work. Maybe this has been a real time of just like exhaustion from conflict. When we see the 5 of Swords in reverse, it's saying like that's all going to kind of end, or you're ready to step away from like continuously perpetuating the argument, or you're like, I give up, like I don't want to do this anymore. And with the 5 of Swords, that's actually a really good position to be in. When we see the 5 of Swords, it's really an indication that there's conflict happening here that isn't really helpful, that isn't very supportive of people that are involved, that often leads to hurt feelings, hurt bodies, like just hurt, conflict all around. So let me just go ahead and get a clarifier. 10 of Pentacles. So with stepping away from that, it's really interesting here. We have sort of like the Pentacles card and the Sword, and the Pentacles card and the Sword, doubling down on this message of like, the more you come away from exacting mental clarity and exacting like your mental acuity and the way that you want to talk about things and the message that you want to come across, the more that you soften that, the more that you come into your own independence and heart and know that like, it's all going to be okay. Maybe there's some other way that I can convey myself, or I can just be self-contained instead of trying to make this happen outwardly. The more that you step away from conflict this month, Virgo, the more you're going to feel resourced, the more you're going to see layers upon layers upon layers of material support, affluence, money, generational wealth, support coming in through family or friends this month. So really focused on stability by stepping away from conflict. Let's go ahead and see what's in the foundation here. This is your subconscious. What are you building the rest of the month off of? Ooh, the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, fascinating. You're really dedicated to something here, Virgo, which is on par with your brand. The Knight of Pentacles is about moving forward steadfastly, continuously, not letting anything get in your way. The Knight of Pentacles is going nowhere fast, but they are going there, and they are going to get there no matter what it takes. One step, one foot in front of the other. This is about continuing the work that you've already have going. This is about continuing to show up and steward what you already have in place or are working on. The bee is a really beautiful and original symbol of the Knight of Pentacles. Originally, the metaphor or the myth associated with the Knight of Pentacles is the beekeeper, who's sort of like an earth angel, very much intending of the earth and what creates bounty and harvest, and also the sweetness of life, right? The honey, which I'm coming back to the Scarlet Elf Cup. Like, there's something you've been stewarding here, or that's important to you, that's not only building financial resources or like stability in a relationship, but there's something here that's also really focused on stewarding something about the heart, something about bringing more sweetness of life in. And you might be tired doing it. You might be kind of fed up. This is giving me real like give up vibes, which with these particular cards and these placements is perfect, Virgo. Like, it could really be time for you to just like take a break if you're feeling overwhelmed. We have this clarified down here by the 10 of Wands, which says, you've brought so much into harvest. The 10 of Wands is a card about gathering what you have worked to build. The fruits of your labor have come in. You are ready to like bring them to show other people and to share with other people, but it is a massive harvest that breaks your back to bring in alone. The advice here is always to set down the burden and ask for help, or take a break, or grab some water, or take a nap and come back to it later, or hire someone else to help you, or reach out for support in ways to like figure out how to, whatever it is, like use mechanics to pick it up instead of breaking your back. We need help with the 10 of Wands. It's an overwhelming burden to do all by ourselves. So reach out for help this month. And it sounds like help is already here for you. You might intuitively know that you're trying to do too much on your own, which would be very fitting with the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is staunchly independent. You're going to need help, and you're going to need to talk to other people for help this month, Virgo. You don't have to do it alone. What happened here in the recent past? That is, what happened here in the recent past, Virgo? Four of Pentacles. Okay, interesting. Clearly building something and maybe like clinging on to an idea or a pile of money underneath your bed. Like the Four of Pentacles traditionally is about like a miser who just can't let go of something. And so oftentimes when we see this card, it can be a message to say, hey, is the stability that you're building here helpful for you, or do you need to loosen your grip on this in order to let a little bit more flow of life come in here? Where do you need to water the soil a little bit, as it were? I'm looking at that chrysocolla with the water droplets coming in to sort of change everything. Where do you need to bring in some more movement, some more momentum here, to allow this stability to work for you rather than keep you locked into something? This card flipped up immediately. That's the Fool. So it doubles down on that message. You've clearly built something here in the recent past. I keep going to relationships. So maybe this is about a relationship for you, Virgo. If that's not your message, if that's not your story, take it where it fits in your life. Something in the recent past you built and is really stable and working for you, but it's time to use that stability to jump into the next adventure. That's what the Fool is. The Fool is like blindly excited to go on new adventures, and they're a little bit of a contrasting energy. It's like you have to let go of the known in order to step into the unknown. What's fabulous about the Four of Pentacles is that you're resourced. You've really worked for whatever this is. Money, a financially stable foundation. If it is a relationship, start to look outside of your relationship now for personal fulfillment or to make new friends as a couple. Or, if you're looking for some sign that it's time to kind of like loosen the grip on your relationship to start looking elsewhere, this is your sign. Only you will know. I'm not telling you that this is a sign to break up with your partner in any way, shape, or form. But there's something that happened here in the recent past that's really showing you gripping tighter to something that you've created is not going to get you what you want. You need to use the stability that you've created with whatever this is to help you blossom into new opportunities. Laugh a little bit. Okay, where is this bringing you into the future, Virgo? What's the advice here? No big deal, only the World. This is so beautiful. I love these cards. And the brightness of the cards that do come through is very noticeable because they all tend to be a darker hue. So we have sort of like the yin and the yang symbols with this fish image, one bright, one dark. The World is about completion. You are moving into a graduation of a really big cycle here, Virgo. And it doesn't mean that you're leaving everything behind, but you're ready to integrate everything that you've done in the recent past or that you've been working on, and you're ready to take it to the next level. Whether that means moving on from something completely, or whether that means taking what you've built and doubling down on it for like the next iteration, which is sort of clear here with the Nine of Pentacles. You have worked really hard and you are in a place where you feel confident, stable, independent, on your own, like you can do it all on your own. But you're really ready to say something more about it or use that to kind of be in the world in another bigger way. The World is a real confirmation, Virgo, that you have done amazing. You have worked really hard. Like, I feel like there's a really big message here that says congratulate yourself. Like, really open up and allow the world to flood you with gratitude and with resources and with love and with all of the accolades that you deserve for getting this far. And what did I just tell you? Open yourself up to receive the message that you are not by yourself. You are not doing it alone. You are not in poverty. You're not by yourself here. And in the future, you're really going to come to feel that as you come to like this really beautiful completion and celebration for everything that you're working on. Love that journey for you, Virgo. This is beautiful. How are you guys feeling about it this month? Page of Pentacles, you're ready, you're resourced, you're excited. Page of Pentacles is so much about starting a new project, diving in, feeling new. It's a whole new situation. This could absolutely be about a new job with the Page of Pentacles. It could be about a child. Pages are the child level. It could be a job about a child. Maybe you're in childcare. Probably not. But The Page of Pentacles here is saying that like, you're ready. You're kind of in that child mind and you're excited to like really build something here. I love this because, you know, the Ace of Pentacles is like a whole new opportunity. It's like just a whole new portal opened up and it's new and it's unformed. The Page of Pentacles is you starting, you physically starting as a person on the journey to create something with whatever that gift was. You're already in the building stage. You already have some capability here, but it's also young and you need time to protect yourself like you would a child in learning things well and not getting your feelings hurt and continuing to move forward. And I don't have any doubt that you're ready to do that with this Knight of Pentacles here in your subconscious. You've got the stamina and you've got the will to continue on no matter what it is that you're doing. Okay, people, places, things here in your exterior world this month that might help you slow you down. The moon. Fabulous. Well, first of all, can we just celebrate this card? This is so beautiful. This is the Animal Tarot by Orions. It's so gorgeous. And I'm just loving this like crystalline fall vibe, sort of. It's just really beautiful. I can't get enough of these images. In any case, the moon here in this position is saying that this month, the outside might not be very helpful. If you're looking outside to friends, family, relationships, like situations that are going to help you feel like more concrete about what you're doing, you're not going to find much support there. You're going to be faced this month with things that might feel confusing, or you're just not meant to get a lot of confirmation from your environment that like you're on the right path or that things are very clear. The moon in this position says, yeah, like people, places, things around you this month are gonna be kind of shady, metaphorically and physically. Like maybe you don't really know what things look like. Maybe this is like a new job and you're meeting people and you're not sure if they are well or ill-intentioned. I don't like to say that because I would never want to suppose that a job environment would be like ill-intentioned, but it's something like that. It's like, it's not going to be clear what's reality and what's shadow in your environment. It's not going to be clear yet if you're starting a new business, whether this is like the perfect location or if it really needs to be somewhere else, or it's going to be something like that this month, Virgo, where you need to go within to find the messages that serve you both, because your intuition is on point here and it's trying to tell you something, and you're going to know it's the right direction if you're feeling good, if you're feeling delighted, if you're feeling self-expressed. Let's just go ahead and get another clarifier card here for you. It was the Wheel of Fortune, so that's really beautiful. Trust the process is what this is trying to tell you. Don't be put off if you're looking outside of yourself and saying, wait, none of this makes sense. It's all kind of shadowy and weird outside, or my friends think I'm weird, or you know, I'm getting like these messages from, or instances this month from the outside world that isn't very clear. Don't worry, trust the process. It's sending you exactly where you need to be, and it's out of your hands. These are two major arcana cards that's saying this energy is happening over here, ride the wave, and your character and your outcome is based on how you react to not knowing, right? Versus like having to know or not know. The original tarot card for the moon has a wolf and a dog on it, and that is such a metaphor for how do you respond in the face of the unknown or the scary or the subconscious or the darkness. Do you turn into a feral wolf? Do you howl at the moon? Do you growl? Or do you stay soft and complicit and silent and kind of look around and obedient? Could be one of any different kind of feelings on that spectrum as well. But this is saying trust the process and don't expect to get a lot of like clarity from your environment this month. Deepest hopes and fears this month. Gorgeous. The Nine of Wands. So again, you're really, really trying here. This has been a really big effort, Virgo. There's something in you that's just so hoping that you're going to finish. You are here for the finish line. You are battered, beaten, bruised. Maybe you've got like cuts on yourself from trying to like figure it out. I'm thinking with the 10 of Wands, how you could be out in the field, like, you know, gathering your crops to bring in, and you get battered up, beaten up, bruised. You look down at yourself and you're just all like a muck and dirty. That's what the Nine of Wands is about. You're so close to the end, but you still need strength and stamina to get there, and you are here for it. Look at that like beautiful, beautiful horse. It's standing up. It is ready to defend what it has built. It is ready to take the final leap home. So you're also worried that, this isn't a place of fears and biggest wishes. You're also in a place maybe that like you won't have the stamina to do that, or you're going to have to defend yourself, or you're going to have to like have this really big push this month. Just know that you are exceptionally resourced. The Nine of Pentacles here says you've got everything you need inside of you to do this and finish whatever it is. What's your final outcome for the month? Oh, the Ace of Wands in reverse. Okay, we'll get a clarifier for this, but immediately this might just be a month that kind of takes it out of you. And that's okay. Like there are some projects in life that really ask it all of us. And by the end of it, we are depleted because we have given our resources and what we have done to a certain project. And at the end, we get to take a break or we get to take a vacation and we get to refuel. So oftentimes we want to make sure we have things and self-nurturing practices in place to keep us sustainable throughout. But sometimes if you're going through a really big project, or you're working through a really big issue with your partner, or you're going through labor, like maybe you're having a kid or something, by the end of it, you're going to need a break. Like you're tired after you give birth. The Ace of Wands in reverse just says, don't be surprised here at the culmination of this reading. If you need to source more energy, if you need to take a break or a nap and really be resourced at the end of this in a way that like you ask for help about, I'm going to get a clarifier for this. Yeah. You're not going to know at the end of the month, and that's okay. I love seeing this for you because it's a confirmation and it's encouraging you to just be kind and nurturing and loving of yourself. If at the end of the month, it's still a stalemate for you about decisions or about where you go or making things happen. And that's perfect to see because it's not time. It's just not time. When we see the Two of Swords, give yourself a break. Give yourself a break, especially from thinking about things or logicking things forward, right? Using logic and using like your left brain to make things in the world. Go ahead and make sure you are exceptionally resourced this month, continuing to resource yourself, and not just through finances. You're clearly fine on that this month, Virgo, but like self-nurture. Listen to whatever it is that's trying to come through. Trust the niggle. If that tells you to like, I don't know, drink hot chocolate every day and you never drink hot chocolate, listen to that. It's telling you something, right? Something like that. So what do you need here? What do you need to like fuel the fire to kind of get you through? Trust that and get ahead of that. That's what tarot is so beautiful for. It gives us this like, sense of we can kind of lift up and see the month from above, like seeing the corn maze from above, and you can kind of get ahead of what you might need to have a really fabulous month. And that for you, Virgo, this month is just some extra self-care, some extra love, and listening to what that is personally for you. I so hope you have the most wonderful month, Virgo, and look forward to catching you on the next one.